Hey everybody, Brad here from Arizona Grows. Just wanted to say hi, check in with everybody. About to enjoy some of this sherb cake. It's the best. It's the best. It's so good. Some of the best smoke I've ever had. I can't believe I grew it myself. It's so good. I went to drop some off at the dispensary. I told the story in the video, but the guys were like, "That smells so good," and it does. It's really nice. It's definitely would buy again. 5 out of 5. It was a huge plant. We pulled a ton off of it. It stretched huge. It yielded huge. It was worth it. It was super easy to grow. Gave me absolutely no problems except for the fact that it was massive in size. Fantastic. Would buy it again. 100% sherb cake from Tiki Cuts. We have the grape lemon cherry is in the Canitrol now, the start of it, so we'll get to try that and give that a little review. Sherb cake was just fantastic though. So that's it. Just wanted to say hi to everybody before we get this week's video. We're in the veg tent this week, just talking about what we're getting ready to go into the flower tent for the next run. And then we'll talk about re-amending, getting our pots ready, doing all the stuff. Don't worry about it. We're going to talk about it. You're going to be able to grow organic cannabis just like this. Super easy. Blow your friends' minds. Man, it's so good. And that's it. Just have a great week, everybody. Enjoy. Summer's almost over. It doesn't feel like it's going to be like 112 today here in Arizona. 110, whatever. It's going to be gross, but October is coming. Winter is coming. All right, everybody. Brad here, Arizona Grows. Happy growing. Hey, everybody. Brad here with Arizona Grows. We are in the MarsHydro 4x4 in our veg tent right now. And we're just going to go over a couple of the things we're growing for our next run. Super excited about it. These things, you know, they've been in solo cups. We're going to get them in some 1-gallon pots later tonight, probably. You can see they're pretty big for solo cups right now, but they're cruising. And so we have some things at different stages, and we'll just go over it. This is our sherb cake, Mom. It was this big. See how huge that plant is? I mean, if I could put that in flower right now, it'd probably get me a pound. That's how crazy that went in veg last time when it stretched. But this is the sherb cake, Mom. I'm going to take some clones to drop off at the grow store for the guys as soon as I have the plants planted and stuff. But the sherb cake, Mom, looks a little sad right now, but it's just because it just got put in this 3-gallon pot from a 1-gallon. It was this big in a 1-gallon pot. So I finally moved it. We got it out. And then this bad boy right here, this is Code Red from Exotic Genetics. We just put this in. Look at this. We're doing 7 leaves in the solo. It was in a solo cup yesterday. No, maybe 2 days ago it was in a solo cup. And look how well it's doing right now. And then in the back you can see my basil. The dill came in and just completely murdered my spinach in the back and the cilantro down here. It just got so big. I mean, look at the base on this dill plant. What the heck, guys? It's one plant just turned into a monster. It's the biggest thing of dill I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it was the whole thing. So needless to say, in the future, if I'm growing dill, it's either going in its own pot or I'm going to have to do a lot more maintenance on it. Let's come down here and we'll look at the other ones. I mean, that Code Red is just so beautiful. Let's see what else we have here. It's Neon Sunshine. This is from seed, so this will be to compare it to the Neon Sunshine we have that's all Z-Skittles. We grew one other one and it was like all gas and wasn't as good. So I'm hoping this one goes back in the Z-Skittle direction. Then we can pick from the 2 that we have. Do we want Neon Z-Skittles or do we want, you know, which Z-Skittle flavors, you know, better basically is what we're going to do. So that's there. I'm really excited about that one because I love that Z-Skittles terps that came off the other one. I've kept that plant around for like 2 years. I've grown it 4 times, maybe 5 times. Really enjoying it. Let's see, what do we have here? This is the Watermelon Gushers from Canorado. Look how thick this is in here. These are pretty crazy. We're gonna get them in 1 gallons, and then they're gonna go right in the auto pots, and then I think we're gonna try and flip to flower really soon. So anything that's a little bit smaller is just gonna have to deal. I mean, we might top these once. That'd be a great way to get our clones from each of them, and we'll go from there. Let's see, what do we have here? Can't read it with my sunglasses on. The Black Patronus, also from Exotic Genetics. And I remember this one last time when I grew it with the Neon Sunshine. This was a plant that grew a lot smaller than some of the other stuff, so we're going to make sure we get that on an edge where it can have as much light as it wants and it won't be competing with everything else. And then this is the Gooey Gummies clone we took. That other Gooey Gummies, you know, it only made it to be like a foot tall. It just got swallowed up in that other container. But we took a clone, and it smelled pretty good. I didn't even smoke it. The plant was so small I just tossed it, but the smell on it was kind of raunchy and really good. So I kept this clone. We're going to run it. And then the smallest thing in the back here, this is Gorilla Goat from Irie Genetics. We're going to get that going right now and get that in there to cruise, and then we'll probably run the Sherb Cake and the Grape Lemon Cherry from Tiki Cuts again. Unfortunately, it's too hot right now to order cuts. I saw he had the Devil Driver and the Permanent Marker up on his site, and those are the two that I want, and I would have ordered them right now, except, you know, it's going to be 112 this week, and they would just die in the mail. So I wrote them an email, just asked if they're going to put them up later this year, because I'd really love to buy both of them together, just so I don't have to do separate orders. Makes it easier for me. If they don't, you know, I'll just get the Permanent Marker when it's up, and then I'll try and keep my eyes out for the Devil Driver. Not a big deal. I'm just one person who orders a couple cuts. I'm not a commercial facility who's going to be ordering hundreds and spending a bunch of money. So they're not, you know, I don't expect them to cater to me at all the way they would to a big commercial client. Possibly. Maybe you wouldn't even do that, but I definitely wouldn't expect it for me. So we're excited. Hopefully we'll hear about those cuts coming out again later this winter. I really want the Permanent Marker. I love the Sherb flavor, which is why the Sherb Cake was such a banger for me. It came out of the Canitrol, so good. Love it. Great smoke. But we'll get in there the next run. We're going to get all the food out of here. It'll probably go in the worm bin. We're going to move this 3XL into the 5x5 with the tray to grow and the 4 easy to grow things. And we're just going to flip the flower super soon. Get everything out. We're going to get clones off of all these. So if anything turns out to be a real good banger, you know, something we want to smoke again and again, we can keep it. Otherwise, we'll get the Sherb Cake and everything going for the next run really soon. But I just wanted to give everybody an update. We're not super far behind. We have the last of the Grape Lemon Cherry will be coming down. The last of the Sherb Cake went in the Canitrol a few days ago. I took some of that Sherb Cake down to the dispensary. I go there to buy Rick Simpson oil to give to my dog, and they don't, you know, it's just, I haven't bought a system yet. I'm thinking about getting the extract crack to make Rick Simpson oil at home. But I thought, you know, they're always super nice to me. I always come in early in the morning on Mondays. I get a discount with my medical card then, and I go there and I brought them some of the Sherb Cake, and they couldn't take it because they were on camera. And I don't know, even though it's legal and they're all obviously 21, apparently when they work at the dispensary they weren't allowed to take it. But I walked up to the counter and the guy said, he was like, "Is that smell coming from you?" And I was like, "Yep." And I said, "I wanted to bring you guys, you know, like a little tip or something, but I'm not allowed, apparently I'm not allowed to give it to you, so sorry." He was like, "That's so horrible." Like, he could smell he wanted it so bad. So maybe next time, maybe I can catch one of those guys outside of work sometime and hit them up with some. But it was that good. So just something to keep in mind. The Sherb Cake from Tiki Cuts was phenomenal. I'm looking forward to trying a couple other cuts sometime this winter. But everything in here is ready for the next run. Gooey Gummies from Exotic. Watermelon Gushers from Canorado. Black Patronus and Neon Sunshine from Exotic. Also Code Red from Exotic. And then we have Tiki Cuts. We'll definitely have the Sherb Cake again. And maybe the Grape Lemon Cherry. Or we might do something new. And then as long as this little seedling makes it, which it looks like it's going to do fine, for my regenetics, we will have a Gorilla Goat. So that's where we're at. The next run's coming in, guys. Everything's coming together. Can you believe these little plants, how big they are in their solo cups? I got to water them all right now. They need water 2 or 3 times a day. In the solo cups, they just drink right through it. Because they're so big, I'm going to put them in 1-gallon pots tonight, but I don't want them to be, thirsty when they go in. I want them to enjoy that. So that's where we're at, everybody. Brad here, Arizona Grows. Happy growing. Hey everybody, Brad here from Arizona Grows. We're back in the garden this morning, and I just wanted to do a quick update since I got everything transplanted. All these are back in 1-gallon pots now instead of the solo cups. In the grassroots pots, I'd say it's about 3 solo cups worth of soil. In the blue pots, probably 2, which is interesting because they're both 1-gallon pots, but whatever. It all works out. But just look at the health on these from the solo cups. Isn't that crazy? That's with the Organics Alive food. Just look at that. That's crazy health from a solo cup. Now they're all in 1 gallons. Even back here. The Black Patronus is always a slow grower. So hopefully it'll get the chance to catch up with everybody else. But everything looks good in here. We're going to sit for this week. I just wanted to show you. I took the time this morning and got these in their solo cups, or out of their solo cups and in their 1-gallon pots. So I just wanted to give you a quick update on that. That's where we're at, guys. Next run's getting ready to go. Brad here, Arizona Grows. Happy growing. Hey everybody, Brad here with Arizona Grows. Someone was asking me yesterday what the harvest looked like from that Sherb Cake after it came out of the canitrol. I just jarred them all up a few moments ago. This is what we have out of there. These are 32-ounce ball jars. So these ones are a little bit bigger. And as you can see, they are stacked to the top with Sherb Cake. And then they're just looking really, really good. And then this little jar, I threw the last couple nugs. I wanted to just get a representation of all the sizes. Just want to pull one out in here really quick, something that looks good. Look at this thing. Oh my god, and the smell just attacked the room. My wife's gonna hate me because she doesn't like the cannabis smell. But just look at that. It's just fantastic. The whole thing is just amazing. Alright, so just a quick update on the Sherb Cake. That's it. It's all in the jars for the first, I don't know, I want to say 2/3 of that plant. Really good yield, I'd say. It's definitely over a ½ pound for sure. I don't weigh it, but 3 32-ounce jars, 2 40 or 50-ounce jars in my little stash of nugs. Just looking great. All right, everybody. Brad here, Arizona Grows.